then on arrival. Round up around, spit out all over. Rhyme like a rolling stone, come in a crowd. Watch out the moon, they diss you loud. Give what this sound and bombs whole ground. So round up, don't ease your pace, cause enemies brutal. Moment of truth, there ain't no truth. You're the only one world, one law. But the battle goes on.
Why, hello there. And welcome to the Shark... I need to turn that down slightly more. Hello, and welcome to the Shark Stream. It's me, if you can believe it. It's Gage. Once again. And welcome to a special Four Horsemen Friday. So obviously I didn't stream yesterday. Lots of stuff going on. Not gonna get into details, but I had to take yesterday off. But I'm here today, and the plan is that we are going to finish up Darksiders 3. Which I don't think should take too long. We've gotten through a good chunk of the Scar. And we beat Abraxas last time and finished up the whole subquest, or subquest? Side quest. Subplot with the Lord of Hollows. So all we've really got left at this point is we need to take out Wrath, we need to take out Pride, and then we have to take out the final boss, which is not Pride, despite the fact that Pride is kind of setting herself up as the final boss by being like, oh, if you have defeated all the other sins, then you can face me. But no, we got one person left after we fuck up Pride's day. So get ready for that. Oh, what's been going on? What's been going on in the world of gaming? I guess there was like a Nintendo Direct specifically for the new Donkey Kong game that's coming out. I don't know. The fact that they're making Donkey Kong wear pants now is... Natalie is supposed to be avoiding talking too much because she's been dealing with some serious muscle weakness in her throat, yet she still finds the strength to yell cock shame from across the room, and I love her for that. Oh god. No, I think it's just indicative that Donkey Kong has eaten the fruit from the tree of knowledge, and now knows shame of any kind, and feels that he needs to cover up. Which is weird, because it means he has something to cover up. Natalie's stealing the joke. Well, I mean, that's a nice change of pace. Because usually I'm the one stealing Natalie's jokes. So it's nice that I've said something that Natalie feels she needs to steal. I don't know. Apparently, the Mario Brothers lore community is a shambles because Pauline is in Donkey Kong Bonanza as a wee child, not a baby. She's not baby Pauline like you get with like baby Peach or baby Daisy or baby Rosalina or baby Mario or baby Luigi or baby Wario, but not baby Waluigi. Because Waluigi was never a baby. He popped out fully grown. And it's not clear, because like Cranky Kong is there. But so if you're not up to date on common interpretations of Mario lore, the original Donkey Kong, featuring Jumpman, was supposed to be Jumpman, the proto-Mario, back when he was a carpenter, facing off against Donkey Kong, who has kidnapped his girlfriend Pauline. And, canonically, per several Donkey Kong games, the original Donkey Kong, from those games, those, like, arcade and NES games, grew up to be Cranky Kong. And the new Donkey Kong is Cranky Kong's son, who inherited the title. But both Cranky Kong and the Donkey Kong that we know, as well as Diddy Kong and Dixie Kong, they're all in this game with a younger Pauline. So everyone's just like, where does this take place in the Mario timeline? Which, I don't know, man. I didn't realize we gave enough of a shit about the Mario timeline for this to be a concern. Like Legend of Zelda, I get it, you know? Because Legend of Zelda, like, there's clearly a plan there. As much as people, as much as I know there are some people out there that, like, disparage the idea of creating a perfect Zelda timeline, there is clearly some kind of plan there, right? And we're not talking, like, Sonic the Hedgehog, where they have a multinational internal lore team now. Is this a breaking news show I just stumbled upon? Hello, Cheesecake WW. No, this is just my pre-stream setup. I made this in Sims 4, and then I immediately installed the game because I don't like The Sims. But no, I'm just shooting the shit in the 10 minutes prior to actually starting the game I'm playing today. But thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a good time. What was I talking about? Right. So, like, I'm just surprised that people care about Mario and Donkey Kong lore. But I guess with the way that people have been talking about the Great Ape War being a thing, I suppose I should have. The only... You think Mario and DK lore is too important. Too important, of course. the Nintendo's first big rivalry. We need to keep up on this or something. Totally has to do with the Great Banana War or stuff. Yeah. I think the only other like Nintendo property I can think of that lore is like super clearly incredibly important is like Kirby, honestly. Like, there's so much, like, the impies, you know? The implications within Kirby and its various final bosses. I still haven't played Forgotten Land. I want to. Yeah. What else is going on? There's Final Fantasy XIV news, but this isn't a Final Fantasy XIV stream, so I don't want to, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to be good. I'm going to save Final Fantasy XIV talk for a Final Fantasy XIV stream. Not let things cross-pollute. Hold on. Natalie is sending me our joke collaboration. Can't believe Donkey Kong ate fruit from the Tree of Knowledge and now experiences cock shape. Very good. Very good. My wife is so funny. I'm gonna go ahead and reskeep that. Typical Donkey Kong lore. Absolutely. I can't think of any other like major gaming news. Marathon's coming back? Hello, Zella. Welcome. Yeah, I was talking about Donkey Kong lore and how apparently that's something people care about. That and Mario lore. But apparently Marathon's coming back, although it's going to be a little bit. I'm surprised that game is still being made, but like, sure, I appreciate their enthusiasm, I guess. The way they talk about it is absolutely insane, though. Just like all the talk about like metrics and just no thought about like it's just it's weird. The way that like so many decisions in games these days are purely based on like business as opposed to just like what people want or enjoy is just it's It's so weird, and it's something. It's definitely a symptom of it being like live service. Like I saw somebody saying that like a new marathon game would have been like the perfect thing for like a single player, like story kind of game, maybe with like multiplayer tacked on, like basically just kind of doing Halo again from the Halo guys. But no, it's like we're doing. It's got to be live service, I guess. Just I don't know. I feel like the years and years of failed live service games just still isn't deterring people. Which, whatever, I guess. I tied my ponytail too high today. I thought about the fact that there was like a hat that I had gotten at PAX that I really wanted to wear. And I was just like, yeah, I'm going to tie my ponytail high so that I can just kind of like stick it through the adjustment, the hole in the back where like the adjustment strap is. And then I couldn't fucking find that hat anywhere, unfortunately. So now I've just got a high ponytail that my beanie doesn't fit over. And it's just very awkward. Still nice to flip, though. I enjoy a good hair flip. Ba, ba, ba. So we were deep in the scar. Tracking down Wrath. The plan is to finish the game today. I want this to be a week where like the 3 non-FF14 streams I'm doing all end. And then next week we have just like a fresh slate of games. Hair flip, hell yeah. Alright. Where's this game want me to go? Hold on. So, we beat up the Chosen. That was the last thing we did. I guess it wants me to go down here. Up, perhaps. Oh, there's a hole in the wall. So, Natalie had some YouTube videos on TV the other day. Or, I don't even think it was the other day. I think it was earlier today, actually. I had set her up with the H-Bomber Guy Roblox Oof video. Classic video. You love to see it. I love to go back and rewatch that one every so often. It then, when it finished, it dovetailed immediately into I think it was his Fallout New Vegas video. And then after that, it went into his Pathologic video. And I was just kind of letting the autoplay go because I was doing something else at the time. I think I was working. So I'm just letting it all just sort of, autoplay. I'm just like, yeah, I mean, I like H-Bomber Guy. I like his content. I think he does good work. So we'll just let this go. Ah, shit. Hold on. Oh, fuck. So I'm sitting here listening to the dulcet tones of Harris Bomber Guy, and eventually the Pathologic video comes to an end. And, you know, anytime that video comes to the end, the thing that I think to myself is just, man, I should probably get Pathologic 2. I bet I could handle Pathologic 2, you know? Okay. I gotta do some quick math reading. Oh god, my controller's fucking buzzing. Is it a spooky game? Well, yeah, sort of. I would go so far as to say that it's a survival horror. It's basically you end up in this village out in the Russian steppe. Has the shadow of a plague hanging over it. And that one is on its way. Hello, CDI Ganon. Welcome. Forspoken is so good. Why isn't there a 5 spoken? Does it still say Forspoken? Shit! I forgot. Okay, it's Darksiders 3 now. Whoops. I forgot to hit the button to update it. There isn't a 5 spoken. I looked this up. 5 spoken is unfortunately definitely not happening. I need Natalie's phone for something, and it's not in front of me. Okay, 1 second. Hot. Bleh. Bleh. Okay, we're good. What was I talking about? Pathologic 2. But yeah, the H Bomber Guy Pathologic video ends, and like I said, it always ends with me wondering, like, man, I should play Pathologic 2. I bet I could handle Pathologic 2. I don't know if I'd have a good time with Pathologic 2. Does not seem like the sort of series you have a good time with, but I think I would have an interesting time. And I figure, okay, so it'll probably just dovetail into like another H Bomber Guy video, right? And then I hear the opening song from the Lorax. I don't know how H Bomber Guy Pathologic video essay connects to the Lorax such that Autoplay decided that it would be a good follow-up. And yet, here we are. And it just reminded me the level to which I just absolutely fucking hate that movie. Is that a strong reaction? Perchaps. Pathologic is probably one of my favorite Eurojank games out there. I don't know what my favorite Eurojank game would be, honestly. I feel like, what? Nier's not Eurojank. Excuse me. Oh, God. When I just fucking inhale. Nier isn't Eurojank. No, it's, that's, Japanese jank. It is pretty janky. The whole, everything in the Drakengard series is pretty janky up to a certain point. Up until Automata, basically. What was the last Eurojank game I played? Was it Past Cure? Or like Jankengard?
I don't remember that season of Pretty Cure.
Past Cure? Natalie said, I don't remember that season of Pretty Cure. Natalie's firing on all cylinders today, all while she is incredibly sick, and I really appreciate that about her.
God can't kill me.
In case you didn't hear that, she said, "God can't kill me." Oh. Ride to Hell Retribution probably counts as Eurojank, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Because Ride to Hell Retribution is made... I don't think it's made by an Eastern European company. Because most of the time, like, Eurojank, what you think of as Eurojank is generally, what's the word I'm looking for? Interchangeable with the much more specific, the much more regionally specific term of Slavjank, right? Would Silent Hill Downpour count? Because that was made by a team in the Czech Republic. Wait! Sinking City. Sinking City is 100% Eurojank. Basically anything Frogwares. I would say I would give it's not the most egregious, but it's still got that specific flavor, you know? Also, what, you don't like thinking of the movie that invented the weirdest Tumblr sexy man ship I have ever seen with the Onceler and himself? I don't even... Okay. I feel like it is such low-hanging fruit to dunk on the Lorax for the Onceler shipping aspect of it, you know? At the end of the day, that was people having fun. There is so much worse in that movie. Hello, Xeris. I think I'm too tired to read. Ain't that just the way? The amount of damage Furry can sustain. I can... Slap self. This motherfucker can sustain so much damage. That's not true. I stubbed my toe, and it's the worst thing in the world to me. Yeah, movie itself is garbage enough on its own. Yeah, like that's kind of the thing for me. Hello, G-Man. But yes, hi Xeris, welcome. How are you doing? I should probably like keep playing the game. I'm here to play. That's kind of the thing to me, seeing Ben Grimm. Me seeing the second movie in John Carpenter's Apocalypse trilogy. Oh no, we're here for you and all the crazed Lorax talk. Listen, I despise that movie. It's just, like, I have had the opening song stuck in my fucking head for, like, 10 hours now. It is my personal hell. How does the Lorax movie affect Darksiders 3 canon? Well, Darksiders 1 takes place, or came out in 2010, I believe. So, the Darksiders universe takes place in a timeline where the Lorax never came out. So despite the fact that, you know, Apocalypse, really it's a brighter timeline if you think about it. I'm immediately not doing well. How bad can it be? Not the song I hate the most. Like, okay, I will talk shit on the Lorax forever. How bad can I be is kind of a banger, though. Like, I gotta give him that. Sometimes you do, in fact, gotta give it to him. But, like, literally every other song in that movie sucks. There's a reason it was popular. It was fun. The movie it's in is dog shit. Yeah, exactly. Everything, all the other songs of that movie, like the finale song is just like, did they just like let some fucking film execs like 3-year-old wander into a booth and just like improvise for that one fucking like stanza in goddamn Let It Grow? What is this literal child doing here? Where are your parents? Why are they letting you be in this movie? I can call child services on them fucking people. I really like to see a tree. La, 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 la. I just fucking, it's so bad. It's so bad. And don't even get me started on the fucking animals in the goddamn forest that they're just minions again. They're just minions again. I hate the singing fish. The fucking, like, you're just singing the Mission Impossible theme while the Lorax is trying to be sneaky. That's not a joke. It's not fucking funny. I'm sorry. I'm getting so mad.
Look there.
I'm getting so mad. Okay.
You feel that? The vibrations of power that emanate from it.
No, but feeling isn't my strong suit. That said, I would recommend avoiding it.
Why?
If I may be blunt, what brews within is not part of your mission.
Interesting.
It's Duke Nukem level of bad referential humor, not satire. True. Ooh. Okay, where the fuck do I go from here? Hold on. Do I need to go for that? Oh, it's looking at me. Hold up. Now here's a real question. How do you think the Lorax against Cat in a hat? Like just a cat in any old hat? Like, excuse you, it's Cat in the Hat. I'm kidding. That's a really good question. I haven't seen the Mike Myers Cat in the Hat in so fucking long.
Good eating.
Did anyone else ever see The Grinch's The Cat in the Hat? I had that fucking movie on VHS when I was a kid. I watched it so goddamn much. Is Rod Paulson in that one? I thought that was a fun movie.
Take your time.
Ugh. Neck. Crack. Natalie has sent me a message that says, I like when the guy shrinks. And I'm not 100% certain. What are you referring to, hun?
In like the ending songs, and I think we should let it die. Let it die.
Oh, yeah, I remember now. Yeah, when he's like doing the fucking ham boning and for some reason he's like weirdly getting smaller. God, yeah. Yeah, he moves in such a way that he shrinks. Yeah. I hate that movie. This is just as cathartic as when you started your ZZZ hater thread to me.
As you wish.
I gotta continue playing Zenless Zone Zero so I can talk about things I enjoy and dislike of that game some more. I gotta find more dudes with that one particular facial structure to put in the image. I was not prepared for this discussion, but I'm here for it. This is one of the things that I plan to talk about today. Like, I always try to like make a mental note of things that I want to discuss on stream, and then, like a fool, not write them down, and then just, you know, raw dog the ADHD, as it were. But I knew I wanted to talk about YouTube autoplay dovetailing from H-Bomber Guy Pathologic video into the Lorax. You should do a dedicated bad Dr. Seuss movie adaptation stream. That's pretty good. YouTube algo is just stupidly broken. You're not wrong. Ah, fuck. I forget how to do this puzzle. Hold on. Oh, shit. I forgot. I forgot that's what happens if I'm not using the Force Hollow. I think the tornado stole your box. It did. Your ass got yanked. It did. Alright, Necromancer Kobold is dropping the question mark. So to explain what just happened. So there's a tornado. There's a sentient tornado wandering around that is chasing us. And there is you see this open this grating right here, right? Now the Force Hollow is kind of like a heavy gravity. It's kind of like it's the Metroid gravity suit. So like if we're in water, we sink to the bottom. We can like stick to walls and stuff like that. It's sort of gravity-esque abilities. And with the tornadoes specifically, it means that it can't pick us up through the grating. Now, what I was trying to do was I was trying to see if, like, oh, maybe if I use the stasis hollow, can I freeze it in place so that it doesn't get picked up? But I unfortunately switched to the stasis hollow while the tornado was still directly above me, and it sucked me good and hard. Is what happened there. It might just be like a hard timing thing. Damn. Okay. Bad Dr. Seuss movie adaptation stream ranking. Interesting. Hit a weird bug spot and got spaghettified? No. Tornado sucked me good and hard and I got spaghettified is what happened there. I'm gonna need to think about that one. I don't do through your jorts. I don't wear jorts. So that's not how that would have happened. No, your joke does not conform to my lived experiences. I reject it. Janties? God, that does... Okay, so hold on. Because, I fucking... I sent this... Hold on, I gotta show this thing I sent, Zilla the other day. I did not even think to, like, save that with a name. It was just a random string of characters, so now I gotta go looking through this fucking pictures folder for it. Hold on. Everybody sit tight. Just gonna be a second. Should actually probably... What did it start with? Started with a B? With a B? So I've already, like, gone past it at this point. Hold on. Ah, there it is. Okay. This stream is very Send Streamer Sprawling, which is not good because I want to finish this game tonight and I have work in the morning. I saw this on Blue Sky the other day, and I sent it to Zilla, just like, new Acid Shark fit. Because this is the exact sort of thing that I would put him in, honestly. Because it's just like, what even is this, quite frankly? That's not a fit, that's just cloth. Venom Lad, this may surprise you. All clothes are cloth. It's in the name. Let's get that off the screen. Get it out of here. Get it out of here. But hello, Venom. Welcome. I don't really do... You're gonna draw it. This is good news, Mark. Of course, they remove the pockets. It's pants for women. Why would they need pockets? Shit! God damn it. Sort of Laura, I'm going to revoke your toe privileges? That isn't clothing. If you're going to play dress up, at least come correct. I'm sorry. I'm still kind of caught up on toe privileges. What? Come on, come on, come on. Damn it! There's gotta be something. Like, is this really just like pure just gotta go fast? I really don't know. Anyways, I was talking about something. Right. The idea of a bad Dr. Seuss adaptation ranking stream. I don't really, like, I tend to really kind of prioritize, like, playing games more than anything. So, like, I tend not to do a lot of stuff like that. Motherfucker. The problem is it brings it all the way back there. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a fucking second here. If I can somehow get it up just like over here. How would I do that though? Hold on. Ow. Oh god, I don't want to be stuck on this for too long. There's no way that it's just pure, like, fucking book it to the other side, right? Damn it. I have a thought, but obviously won't say unless asked. I might want help with this one, honestly. It's been so long since I've played this, I really am having trouble remembering what the specific conditions for this one are. It keeps bringing it back is the problem. Good friend of the Tempest. Hello, Xanda. Welcome. No, Tempest is trying to kill me. Can we tell the tornado to stop bullying? Ideally, it'd be nice. There is a way we're supposed to take it out, and I completely forget what that way is. What a good friend. Real friends will just fucking kill each other. Damn. That's some real shit you just said. I want to finish this puzzle so I can keep talking about the concept of a bad Dr. Seuss adaptation ranking stream. Who is this? Hold on. Is the block being lifted by the tornado? Yes. And once the block is lifted by the tornado, we can't make any changes to its trajectory. Homies hurting homies? Only if the homies want it. It's all about consent. You know, like Tom and Jerry. That's a little preview for the Deadly Premonition stream. Alright, Darksiders, 3, tornado, block, puzzle. Okay. Everything I'm seeing is saying that, like, Stasis Hollow is key here. And it does seem like there's something to that. So if I were to just... So that's just frozen on the button now. Okay. Ooh, alright. We're good. We're good. Nailed it. Okay. So, back to the bad Dr. Seuss adaptation. I don't... Is there enough for that? Because, I mean, like, you know, Jim Carrey Grinch is peak. Obviously. Obviously. Without a doubt. Mike Myers Cat in the Hat... Mike Myers Cat in the Hat has, like, enough, like, kind of, like... I'm just thinking... I haven't seen it recently, but I have seen it within Grinch Night. I mean, like, I'm not thinking... Like, I'm thinking, like, theatrical adaptations, you know? Of which I don't think there have been a lot. Like, we had Grinch, we had Cat in the Hat, we had Horton Hears a Who, which I actually remember being pretty good, actually. We had, Lorax.
I'm ending this here.
She's ending this here. And we had, Illumination Grinch, which, as we all know, implies the existence of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, within the Grinchverse. Leading to the inevitable, like, follow-up question of whether or not the Grinch has been baptized. The Grinchverse is such a crusted title. Burn, motherfucker. You're welcome?
Congratulations on your victory, mistress. I hope it was worth risking everything.
Did you hear it?
I heard only your screams and a monster died.
Perhaps. Or perhaps the universe holds much more mystery than I ever imagined.
What does that mean, mistress?
Don't worry about it.
Detest philosophy.
Why are you so upset about this? In the most pungent sewage he was baptized. Yeah, that sounds about right for him. I remember, like, because the entire thing is that in the Illumination Grinch, there's a scene where he is set upon by carolers. This is, of course, sometime after the use of Brockhampton in that film, which is still... It's so weird, because, like, I knew the song from the Worthy Kids animation. And I know the content and the language used in that song, and it's so weird seeing it in Illumination Grinch, because it's just like, they had to stop before any of the lyrics started up. So the most that you get is like a 6-second clip from that song. And it's so weird to me. Could also include the good ones like OG shorts for length and catharsis. Dro. I don't know. It's something to think about. But I don't generally do a lot of ranking lists, honestly. Part of me kind of wants to do more, because, like, I feel like it's always, like, really fun, like, discuss, like, God, I did that Rankin Bass tier list like a couple years back. That was so much fun, and I still have that one highlight from that stream. That's
We're
just
safe for
me.
now, but you're an idiot
Oh, hold
if
up.
you think anything ahead will be easy.
Are you ready for another round with Wrath, mistress?
Yes, actually.
Second and last. I owe him a proper beating.
A proper beating. But I still have that highlight where I just, like, end-to-end recap the plot of fucking Jack Frost. Hold on. The use of him like he is a FFX summon.
The use of Brockhampton.
The use of Brockhampton! Could also mention the Green Eggs and Ham show. I never watched that, but I heard it was actually really good. Maybe someday. There's a bunch of stuff that I need to check out. I heard Poker Face Season 2 finally came out. And despite the fact that, like, I know for a fact that Natasha Lyonne did kind of, like, spoil a lot of, like, goodwill by, like, wanting to start, like, an AI film studio or whatever the fuck.
Who knew the apocalypse would have so many elevators?
Must you feel the
I do
silence
like
with
Ryan
your
Johnson.
Are you suggesting the Great Fury does not enjoy the pleasure of my company?
Pleasure is not the word I'd use.
You wound me, mistress. Have I not been the voice?
What are we doing with Ryan Johnson? We're talking about Poker Face.
I will admit.
I really liked Poker Face Season 1, and I heard Season 2 was out, and I'm just like, oh, I should watch that.
Mistress.
Don't get used to it.
Oh. Alright, we got this cutscene, and then I need to take a quick moment to assist wife.
You're learning.
Not with rotisserie chicken. Yes, rotisserie chicken? Ah, okay. I don't think either of those are true. Hello, big guy? Yeah, that's Wrath.
Beautiful you are, especially when you're this angry.
I forgot that we got, like, a good look at his face.
Some other reality, I could have loved you, Fury.
I don't know if you're capable of love. Because, like, you're Roth. Oh, okay. This is kind of a boring take on Wrath. Yeah, I mean, you know. Anyways, we're just going to be right back. You know, sometimes I need to make sure that, like, I put these extended, like, game tracks on loop. So just, like, in the event that, for whatever reason, I need to take more than a half hour worth of BRB time over the course of one stream, the video isn't ending. But this particular extended version of Mass Destruction is 2 hours long, so I don't need to do that. Kind of a boring take on Wrath. Yeah, it is just kind of a big guy. A big, angry warlike man. Sometimes you need a cool, nuanced look at a commonly overlooked sin, lust. And sometimes you need a big guy to punch, wrath. There's not really a huge amount I feel like you could do, like, especially when you need to, like, make a boss character. I think he's just visually not very interesting, because realistically, he's an ogre in Juggernaut armor, right? Fireface is fun. True. Friend of the stream and housemate Ixow got me a Ghost Rider Hot Wheels of Robbie Reyes' car the other day. And it's really cool, and I really like it. I haven't actually taken it out of the package yet. I'm going to do that right now. Hold on. It's just... Oh, that is gorgeous. You guys can't say that without taking pictures of said awesome Hot Wheels, yo. True. Oh god, and like the paint job on it is like really nice because it looks all like comic booky. Hold on, do I have like a good spot to take a picture of this? 1 second. I've got this limited edition Freedom Planet 2 box I can take a picture of it on top of. Hold on. Okay. I'm not at Love Freedom Planet. Yeah, I haven't played the second one yet. I've been waiting to get... I got the special edition from Limited Run. The absolute rat bastards at Limited Run. And it only just came in like relatively recently, so I haven't gotten a chance to really play it yet. I'm excited to, though. Because I really liked the first one. Da 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 da. Freedom Planet 2 is long, but it's still good, and you would be gay for Murga. Which one's Murga? Is she the villain in this one? I feel like I've seen her, and you're correct. Yeah, she's the villain. Fuck yeah. Let's fucking go. Alright, hold on. Let me see if that... Got so many fucking weird places that pictures end up here. Is this it? No, that's from April 14th. Here we go. Let's get OneDrive to download that. Okay, this is going to be huge. Yeah, here we go. Look at that fucking thing. Look at how cool that looks. Okay, but that's sick as hell. It is! Like, if it had just been like a glossy finish with like the fire effects, like that would have been fine on its own. But like the fact that it's got like the comic style like highlights and everything, it's such a nice paint job on this, on a fucking Hot Wheel car. All right, we got get it off the screen. Get it off the screen. Get out of here. I gotta beat this man to death. Ah, that motherfucker kicked me. Oh, right, he heals during this fight. Wonder if I can outpace his healing. Hey, wait. Where do you think you're going? Hey, you look at me when I'm talking to you, sir.
I told you. I invented anger.
Ah, phase 2. Here we go. Angie versus Angier. Well, let's try this. Oh, I don't think he likes this. This seems to be melting him. And I don't know, like, what I upgraded or what, but, like, God, this mode lasts so long. Havoc form, that's what this is called.
Where is your anger? How can you fight without anger?
Okay, that was pretty good.
Skillfully it appears. Am I still beautiful?
Girl, you're gorgeous. Get skunched about it.
Thanks for the assistance.
Watching, not speaking.
Huh. We're all learning something on this little sojourn.
Anyways, goodbye. Womanous visage. Am I still beautiful? She asks. Her ass is perfectly framed in thirds. She asked you a question. It would be rude not to respond. Alright, let's pop all these real quick. Get another couple levels. Alright. Next up is Pride. What do you think Watcher was looking at as she walked away? I rest my case. Hates to see her go, but loves to watch her leave. Can't blame her.
Talk of your exploits travels far, horseman.
I
Talk
don't
of
give a
your
shit about
wishes
the
to
Crucible. Thank you.
Does he now?
see most urgently, it seems.
Or you lose out on your cut?
My cut? After all we've been through together, you think I... Of course it affects my cut. Please pay the Crucible a visit. Daddy wants a new pair of soul-slick shoes.
Fulgrim, you don't have feet.
Am I indeed? Phil, who knows where the good money is? If you're willing to play.
The shoes aren't for him. They're for his daddy.
What
Like
would
he
you
said.
ask of this humble merchant?
What the fuck did you just say to me?
Please.
Show me your holes. Alright, where are we going? Where the fuck is the one close? Ah, here we go. I hate the animals in Lorax so fucking much. I will say, the single most inspired thing in that entire movie was casting Danny DeVito as the Lorax. Like, that is the one thing that I will admit was just, like, they fucking cooked. They fucking cooked. Danny DeVito was the only person you could have cast as the Lorax, realistically speaking. Who else are you gonna cast as the fucking Lorax? It's a Danny DeVito role. Anyways, let's go kill Pride. You are about to enter the final act. You will not be able to return to any incomplete boss encounters. Pussy. Been going for about an hour 15? Yeah, let's go. Thanks, game, for telling us that there's a point of no return. I do like when games do that. It's appreciated. You know? Okay, here's the big question. Do you prefer a game that, like, diegetically tells you about the point of no return? Like, they work some kind of, like, ominous warning into, like, character dialogue that makes it clear just, like, hey, you're gonna want to, like, make sure that you've finished up any unfinished business? Or do you like it when it just kind of gives you a menu item that says, hey, you're gonna want to make sure you're fucking ready to do this? Because, like, in terms of, like, player immersion, I feel like the diegetic warning is nicer, but at the same time, a sort of, like, menu pop-up saying, hey, bitch, this is the point of no return, is straightforward to the point that, like, I appreciate how blunt it is, you know? I think the diegetic warning is good enough unless the game intentionally misuses it. Yeah, for sure. Like, we're not going to do it. We're going to do it. This is the final encounter, and then it's not. Diegetically, for me, if the build-up is appropriate. Yeah, it's kind of this thing where it's just like, I would prefer it diegetically, just to kind of, like, keep me in the moment. But there's always the concern that, like, I won't even register it. So in certain situations, I do like the game beating me over the head with the blunt end of the UI, being like, hey, the fucker, make sure you're ready. It's kind of like how people will sometimes talk about, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Social cues, right? Where it's just like, sometimes, like, with a social cue, it's something that you can, like, really easily miss and, like, not properly register. And it can be frustrating because it's just, like, you just wish that somebody would just, like, tell you something outright. It's kind of it's sort of like that, but with a video game. I have extra toasty Cheez-Its. We were talking about them the other day, and I couldn't stop thinking about them. And I was at the grocery store the other day because I was out getting cat food, and they had boxes of extra toasty Cheez-Its. So I got a box, and it's just sitting there on my shelf. And my mouth is watering now. Those things hit, though. They do. They hit hard. Was there something else I wanted to talk about before I really got into this boss? I can't remember. I'm excited for all the games that we're going to start. That we're going to play starting, like, next week. You know? I'm excited to check out Late Homework. I'm hoping that the issues... Did you already talk about Adi Shankar? Adi Shankar, Duke Nukem, fucking what are you talking about? That is... Bless you. Wasn't a good sneeze. I'm sorry, hun. You've had a kind of a tiring day, so it's understandable. Ironically, Duke Nukem by way of Adi Shankar is kind of appropriate. So, like, I'm not 100% certain how to feel about that. I got rid of autocorrect now. Everyone can suffer my horrid spelling. I want to rewatch Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves. Duke Nukem can't be made by a corporation, he says, while making a series for Netflix. He's making a series for Netflix, though. The series isn't by Netflix. I don't intend on having anyone tell me what to do on this one. Duke's gonna say slurs. Joke's on him. Duke can reclaim some of them. No, he can't. Well, if some of the dialogue from the Duke Nukem Bulletstorm DLC is canon, then Duke Nukem could potentially be bisexual. What slurs gauge can Duke Nukem reclaim? The problem here is that I don't feel comfortable reclaiming those particular ones. So, I'm not gonna get into the details here. Oh, boy. Fruitcake? Oh, boy. Don't say... Oh my god! You can't just put that in my chat! Good lord. Bulletstorm was a fun game. I need to go back and finish the Duke Nukem DLC for that, because I remember that being kind of fun, where it's just like everybody has the exact same dialogue they had in the original game. So Duke needs to, like, work around that, and, like, people keep calling him the wrong name because they didn't re-record anything to, like, address him specifically. Hey, girl, hey! How you doing?
Confidence suits you. When earned, yes. You are proud. See, I never understood why pride was considered a deadly sin. The power you feel now after having completed an arduous task. Isn't it empowering?
No, I got that ADHD thing where I don't feel good after arduous tasks. I just feel tired.
Done exceptional work. Don't you deserve something for it? Perhaps.
What the fuck?
But not from you. Before
That
you
was
make
my
a
computer,
tragic
by the way, just in
mistake,
case anybody's wondering.
I'd like to make you an offer. You've seen the world. You've seen the state it's in. You're smart enough to know that someone somewhere has lied to you. There is no plan. There is no balance. It's all lies. But imagine if it were true. Imagine if you and I truly set out to give the world direction, order. Isn't that your true purpose? We could be the force for balance the world deserves. We could be greatness.
Why don't I get an outfit with exposed thighs?
At one time, that speech might have worked on me. But that was when I did not understand how ugly pride could be.
Also, we should not let it go unsaid. Pride is kind of
Generous
stacked.
offer, but if this world is to be fixed, neither of us will be the ones to do it.
Oh.
Such an ugly little thing. Why do you even try? No, don't do that.
I'm sorry. I love the boss being like, no, don't do that when I hit them. Happy Pride, everybody. Ow. Ow. Jerk. There's this really interesting kind of like... I looked away. Are the lesbians fighting? A little bit. There's this really interesting kind of like visual flair to Pride as a character where it's kind of like this... It's all about the facade, right? Like, she gives the image of perfection, but like she's got like the filthy, like tattered robe just like underneath the armor. The halo is broken. She's wearing the mask, so you know that there's something going on under that, right? So it's this interesting sort of like the thing that catches your eye is like the ornate armor, the gorgeous wings, the stoic expressionless mask. But then like you start like really looking at the details and you're seeing like just all the like stuff underneath that just sort of like gives truth, gives what's the word I'm looking for? Gives away the lie of Pride, right? Her hair is fucking wild. Her hair has chains in it. Like, her shoulders are, Okay, calm down, Kale. Up, phase 2. Here we go. So head. Ow. Right, head's got a laser. Ow. Girl, please let me break your shield. Anyway. I kind of want this to be done. We have to get to, like, the final twist. So I'm gonna hit you a bunch. Okay? You know, for fun. Girl, I haven't even burnt out my Havoc bar. Underneath her extravagant visage belies her true nature or something like that. That's actually really appropriate, yeah.
He too was proud.
Tell me about the council.
Your so-called masters are infected with pride. They serve no balance. Who do you think released the Seven from our prison? What purpose do we serve without humanity to corrupt? Tell me my words do not ring true. You cannot deny the pride that still resides within you, can you?
Enough empty flattery! Tell me everything.
You already know everything, mistress. The great irony here is that for once, your enemy is right. You should feel pride, but you do not. You only feel fear. Fear that you came this close to greatness, only to fall!
See? Your counsel betrays you.
Watcher?
Always so pretty. I used to be so jealous of you, sister.
Envy.
No.
Yeah, so the Watcher's been envied this whole time. With it.
It was all true!
Yes, all of it. I envy that ignorance. Bliss, is it not?
You know what else I envy? Your power. And thanks to our mutual benefactors, that power is mine!
The mask is a little silly.
Pride had it right. The Charred Council set you up. They want us all dead. All 7 sins and the Horsemen. No! Oh, but I knew better. Jealousy smells jealousy. I took the form of a trusted servant, and you, Horseman, became both my sword and my shield.
Ouch. Envy got the Envy look.
With the other sins out of the way, I will destroy the Charred Council once and for all. Only then will the Earth finally be mine. Pride goeth before the fall. A bit on the nose, but the message is clear.
Mask is a bit too much. Yeah. It's supposed to... The whole thing is supposed to... Because Envy's whole thing is, like, coveting what others have. Like, this is what I was talking about with the whole thing with, like, Envy being, like, mine, 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 and that... I remember seeing people get kind of confused thinking that was more of, like, a greed thing, but avarice is more about hoarding than anything else. Kind of looks like a gender-bent death, at least shoulders up. Well,
Snore. Maybe it's a broken nose.
I'll get into it in a second. We'll wait until after the cutscene.
Well, looks like you've been busy. Doing what, I have no idea, other than getting your ass handed to you.
Who are you, human, to speak to me like this?
Oh, I'm just another refugee, like you. But I'm not strong enough to defend the balance. That's your purpose.
Hey, his voice sounds kind of familiar. I feel like we heard him earlier in the game
learned
somewhere.
that I am weak.
Couldn't tell you where, though.
Well, maybe And now you finally understand how all humans feel. Pulled into a war they never asked for. Left to their own devices against forces they cannot possibly understand or effectively fight. All of humanity has been betrayed, and yet they still fight on. What about you?
I strayed from the path. I have been jealous. I have been wrathful. I have been lazy. Worse and more. All the things the seven sins stand for, and I have paid dearly for
I don't
it.
know if you've been specifically gluttonous.
So in other words, you have lived.
Yes.
What are you looking at, man?
Good
Like
then.
looking over there.
Finally alive. And with life, there is always hope.
Hope. I was humbled in my battle with envy. No doubt she's on her way to destroy
being
the
respectful.
Shard Council, even as we speak. And I remain stranded on Earth. So when you speak of hope, human, I cannot concur. All hope is lost.
No. Haven is built on hope. Come, speak to Ulthane. You'll see.
Oh. Some kind of a protal. Hi, guys. All right, so what was I saying? Envy's whole thing is that visually she is supposed to evoke the other horsemen. Like it's kind of this grand insult to Fury that Envy's whole thing is mimicking war, death, strife, all in certain ways with like her attire and her weaponry, but she specifically skips out on emulating Fury in any way. So the mask is intended to kind of evoke death. The hood is intended to kind of evoke war. And then when we get into her fight, I believe she wields a greatsword, a scythe, and 2 guns. War, death, strife. But again, intentionally, she skips out on emulating Fury in any notable way. As an insult to Fury. Like, she's not worth... she doesn't have any particular aspect worth coveting. Right? Like, that's the idea, at least. Original OC, do not steal. Yeah, basically. I see the recipe, I just don't know if it cooked long enough. I probably didn't, honestly. But, like, quite frankly, so much of the other, like, boss designs in this game are, like, so good. I can forgive it. Plus, I remember this first playthrough, I remember this boss fight being particularly intense, honestly. Which we're going to be getting into in just a second. I've only been streaming for a little over an hour and a half. Which is wild to think about. Let's go talk to Ulthane. Let's go talk to this guy.
Why did they help me?
It's, kind of what humans do. And the fact that you sent more than a few survivors our way didn't hurt.
I did do that, it's
All
true.
for naught.
We didn't pull you from the rubble to quit now. Envy holds the power of the Seven. Your betrayal can be seen on your face. Left for dead like some useless, discarded thing. But it is not over.
Here, take it. A gift from the Lord of Hollows. Deserves to be in stronger hands than mine.
You know not what you offer, horseman. You cannot be serious.
This part actually kind of pisses me off a little bit.
Important. Clearly, I'm not worthy. Don't you want it?
The game never actually elaborates on
was
what
not meant
that
for
thing
me.
is, unfortunately.
The Lord of Hollows knew whom he was choosing. His faith will not be questioned. Not by me, anyway.
What?
This milestone should be acknowledged. If you won't do it, I'll do so for you.
Like, a bit of a spoiler. The game never elaborates.
Aye, with a few adjustments. But it's only meant for you. Will only take you to your heart's desire.
I desire only to finish what the Council began.
Find your resolve, horseman. It's all you have now. And it is what you need if you're to stop envy and unseat your former masters.
I don't know. Maybe we'll get an explanation in Darksiders 4.
Thank you for fighting on the right side of history, Horseman. Humanity won't forget this.
Humanity better fucking not. Alright, I want to just make sure that we are all up on our Nephilim's Respite. So we're going to go ahead and pop over to Vulgrim here real quick.
Greetings.
Humanity will definitely remember in Darksiders 4. Show me your holes. I mean wares. I don't need to use the holes. I don't need to... Vulgrim, I do not need to use your holes right now.
I knew you couldn't resist.
If you can believe it, your holes are not needed at this time.
As you wish.
If you can believe
You make sure they
it.
scream, horseman.
His serpent holes.
How can my hammer be of service, Fury?
I can get out of the way of the camera first.
All right. Let's see what I can do for you.
Alright. Is there anything that's not balanced? No, I got everything balanced. Sick. Okay.
All right.
Any sort of upgrades I can make to me armor. I don't have any pieces of Oblivion ore, unfortunately.
What beautiful havoc you'll wreak with that.
What if I just upgraded this?
What beautiful havoc you'll wreak. Some of my best.
Some of my...
Possible. Some of my best.
Some of my... Oh, that Ulthane has a bunch of monoliths with his face on them. He's a maker. What else is he gonna do? God, the fucking abyssal armor is just so much better than the others. Interesting.
To lay down a mighty herd, shall we?
Interesting.
Take care.
Alright, well, let's go ahead and head on into the final battle. The Lord of Hollows having been on the Charred Council would imply that the big rock faces are not their true forms. Which is interesting to think about. I wonder if we'll get any more elaboration on that in Darksiders 4. Bwah, 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 bwah. Bwah, 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 bwah. Bwah, bwah, bwah. Hello? Hey guys. How's it hanging? You know, I kind of assumed that when I got here, like, Envy would already be here causing trouble. Is she not here yet? Did I beat her here? This is weird. Okay, so for the record, a boss fight is supposed to start when I get here. So something has gone wrong. Did she forget to show up? It's possible. Well, this is awkward. She get lost in the Vulgrim holes? Hello? Okay, well, I mean, I guess since, apparently Envy's not showing up. Hey, hey guys. Can we rap for a second? So, I've been hearing some things. Heard you might have released the 7 deadly sins yourself. Heard that maybe what you sent me on was a suicide mission. With the intent that both me and the sins would be killed in the process. And I gotta say, not super jazzed about that. Can you leave and come back? Her mask wasn't on straight. You did it. You beat the game. Why does one of them have a kitty nose? Cats in hell is a real issue. Why does one of them have a kitty nose? It's just a face. It's just how that face works. This is weird. This is really weird. Okay, hold on. We're gonna need to. The game is just like, oh, what? You needed to pad your stream out? Here, we'll glitch out the final boss for you real quick. It's just thanks, man. Really appreciate that. All right, let's give that another shot. Okay, this is what was supposed to happen. We were supposed to get this cutscene.
You've spent so long watching and judging that you've forgotten how to fight!
Dare attack this holy phantom?
I love that they're just lobbing fireballs.
I do! I dare! Because no one else ever has! And that makes this easy. Sweet! You haughty sons of whores have had this coming for eons, and you have
Those are some
no one
comically
but
large
yourselves
guns.
to thank for it.
Your lust for power will be your undoing, Envy.
Well, isn't that the pot calling a kettle black? When I'm done here and you're nothing left but pebbles, I will simply wait out the apocalypse and destroy whatever weakened generals remain. The Earth will be mine.
Hey, girl. Hey, how you doing?
It's over, Envy. You have failed.
Kill her, horseman! We command!
Oh, shut up! You command nothing but my scorn, and you will know my fury soon enough.
Blasphemy!
Yield or die, Envy.
Those are some fucking killer boots, I gotta say.
Seriously? No, but it was worth a shot.
Oh, right away.
You're no match for me. I do not envy what you're about to feel next.
Ow. Okay, rude.
I do not envy you this death. Dishonor and disgrace.
I love that she, like, summons the other sins. It's a really good bit. So, an important thing to note, I mentioned that her fighting style and her appearance is supposed to evoke all of the horsemen except Fury. And to that end, that one move that she has where she shoves the sword into the ground and like a bunch of blades pop up out of the floor, that is a move that War uses. Little fun fact for you. Also, she fucking shot me. What the hell?
We both aspire to greatness, both hate our kin. Only I have everything, and you have nothing.
And let's finish this off.
No! It was mine! All of it was mine! I deserved it! I had it! Mine! For the horsemen!
Oh, I forgot that's what she does. Holy shit. That's a really good finisher. Quick, give her the suck before she disappears. Voice actor kills it. She's really good. This is a good game. Get scunched about it.
It would seem you have finally accomplished your task, Fury. Perhaps you should be rewarded. But perhaps not. Envy may have caught us unawares, but we have more than enough power to deal with an insect like you. You have overstepped your bounds, horseman. You shall be punished, along with your brothers, like the impudent child you are.
Joke's on you, I have the Flame Hollow.
Not die like this. I will not allow your corruption to spread.
Stop! Where did you get that? Deliver that unto us.
No. No. I don't think it was made for you. Besides, feels pretty good.
I don't... What is it?
Let's go!
No, that would be pride. This is truth. And the truth is, this can destroy you!
You'll never find out, Rex.
Flashbang. I don't know what it is. And the game never explains what it is. She never even uses them again. I mean, she uses it to, like, protect herself, it seemed like, but I don't know, like, what it's supposed to do specifically. Anyways, we got a problem.
Unity is key. If we're to move forward from here, we must move as one.
You won't make it.
The Council.
Enraged. No doubt fueling the attack on Haven in secret. If you have a plan for them... The time is now. Heaven, hell, the Charred Council. They wish to see them annihilated. You know this, but perhaps you don't know the reason.
And what is the
Even
reason?
before the apocalypse, why were your lives so hard? Because you were created for a great purpose and left unprotected. So those who fear you have set out to destroy you with false promises and wars and sin that they blame on you. They all fear you. That fear can be used against them. Humanity can win this war.
Look around you. This is what's left of humanity, and we are in no shape to fight a war on the scale you suggest.
No.
At least Fury gets her character development. Hell yeah.
From the eyes of heaven and hell, the Council. That's exactly what must be done. But what humanity needs more than a good hidey-hole is a protector.
A protector?
Yeah, you girl! Get in there! Oh shit. Oh hey Abaddon, how's it hanging? How you been? Haven't seen you since Darksiders 1.
Charge! Let the armies of hell eliminate all that is human. Once and for all, we shall raise this planet.
The Destroyer showing up is a nice little cameo, honestly. I wonder, can I pause? I can't pause the cutscene, unfortunately.
You honor your station. Do what must be done.
Oh, no, I can't pause the cutscene. Alright, I will be right back, actually. Just give me one moment. Alright, we're back. Let me... What? Oh, but the ad break ends in like 5 seconds, so give that a moment, and then we will continue the cutscene. I think the background music kept going even when paused, so that's going to make the rest of this maybe a little awkward.
Come. The Makers will buy us the necessary time to shuttle the other humans away.
Hey, where's that guy going?
Away to where?
North. back to the council chamber. What sort of a maker would I be if I built a doorway that only connected 2 places, huh? Your heart's desire, horseman. Safe place for the poor unwanted.
I don't understand.
Aye, well, you will. Sadly, you will understand it all as you travel with them.
Me?
They are in need of a protector, and you need a new purpose. Am I wrong?
Whoa. Those guys will probably be fine.
I vow to use all of the powers in my possession to protect humanity. And one day, we will set things right. Together. Uthane, my brother, War, is an innocent in this drama. If you ever find an opportunity to assist him in any way, I would ask you to do so.
But be kind of a dick about it. Just a little. Don't make it easy for him.
May our future be one of justice.
Aye. Safe travels, horseman.
Hey, what about that human that just kind of ran out there into the demon fray? Oh. Oh, those guns look a little familiar. Surprise!
Strife.
That would have been a lot more impressive if the background music had been here. But yeah, Jones was Strife the entire time. And that's Darksiders 3. Ah, what a good game. This is, like I said, this is my favorite, honestly, in the series. Is that why he didn't get a game yet? No. He didn't get a game yet because we haven't gotten Darksiders 4 yet. Although, technically speaking, we got Darksiders Genesis coming out. So, I mean, there's that. But yeah, that's Darksiders 3. I really like this game. Fury is my favorite of the Horsemen. I really like her story in this game. The fact that she has character development at all is pretty nice. We got through those boss fights pretty quickly, but as I mentioned, on release, so a couple things to note about this game on release. As you probably saw, this game is very much a Souls-like. We were using the classic Darksiders control scheme, which has a lot more in the way of, like, I don't want to say, like, mechanical complexity, but it's not as, like, hard and fast Souls-like as the game was at release. You can do, like, dodge cancels and stuff like that. At release, this game was a lot more hard and fast on, like, the Souls-like kind of mechanics, where it's just like, if you hit a button to attack, you had to commit to that attack. It still had things like the slowdown and the counter and the dodge counters and stuff like that, obviously. I love that Phil Lamar still being in these games is great. It's my favorite fucking thing. Like, I think him and Liam O'Brien are, like, the two voice actors that are, like, keep coming back for these games as prominent characters. Liam O'Brien is in so many things. We keep seeing him. He's good in everything, though. It's true. Oh my god, Man of Action did the story and script for this? The guys that did Sonic Prime and that one Mega Man cartoon? That's wild. Anyways. But yeah. A lot of those, like, Ruby Spears Mega Man? No. The CG Mega Man cartoon. The one where instead of, like, having Proto Man, they had, Namagem as, like, the evil Mega Man counterpart. I'm not, we're not going to talk about that one, though. What was I saying? But yeah, on release, this game was a lot more challenging, a lot more glitchy. I think I remember kind of like glitching out one of the encounters with Gluttony and not being able to continue. Um, but you know, obviously, like I said, future updates, they brought back like classic Darksiders, more classic Darksiders gameplay, and made it a little bit more character actiony, which honestly I appreciate. But yeah, God, I remember needing to try the Pride fight and the Envy fight so many fucking times, and them just being like incredibly fucking challenging. And then just like now that they've like given it like an easier control scheme, or like a less Souls-like control scheme, as well as the fact that I'm just stupid busted because I'm like over level 100 now. Yeah, we just melt through Wrath, Pride, Envy. It's not even like funny, honestly. It's kind like, I remember having so much fucking trouble with Envy, like on release, because I beat this game before any of the patches came in, right? And like, it's kind of a weird sense of pride I have about that, where it's just like sometimes like a game comes out and like later on it gets patches that like make it a little bit easier to manage. And it's an odd sense of pride to like say like, oh yeah, I beat this game on release before it received any sort of the patches, or like just like I saw this game as a, what the fuck? That just ended.
Fool!
Oh hey, it's Lilith.
I told you to silence the traitor. No matter. The young one remains unaware of the power she possesses. The Council will deliberate this term, and they will send war to Earth. A mistake. The final seal will be broken, and I will revel in the chaos. You may go.
I guess they couldn't get Lilith's voice actor back? Weird. Anyways, that was Lucifer. Continue to Armageddon 4. This will overwrite the current save. Oh, Cutie Pie. Yeah, she was from Darksiders 2. She featured a little bit more prominently. She's also featured in the novel The Abomination Vault, where she has like a fuck mound. I had a point I was making. What was it? Oh yeah. Because like sometimes like a game will be like fundamentally different, and it's just like there's something about knowing what it was like at launch that like Deadly Premonition 2, for example. Like, I appreciate some of the changes that were made to that game with the patches, like especially regarding sort of like some of the more transphobic bits in it. I appreciate that they did what they could to fix up that game's narrative and remove some of those. but they certainly tried to fix that, and quite honestly, like, they did a lot more than I expected they would. Like, even going back and, like, editing, like, splicing in, like, correct pronouns in certain scenes. You have me convinced that Swery genuinely fucked up. Yeah, no. And is apologetic. Yeah, no, absolutely. But there was something about, like, having seen that game, how it was at release, and just, like, knowing, like, what that was like, and having that context for it. Like, there's probably still stuff, like, there's still stuff in Deadly Premonition 2 that if you go and you play it now, like, you can probably still find some things wrong with it 100%. Like, that game is far from perfect and far from, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Far from perfect in how it handles certain topics. But the fact that I know how that game looked at launch and how that script sounded at launch, seeing it then and seeing it now, like, I do have an appreciation for what they did to fix it, even if it's still flawed. But yeah, that's Darksiders 3. We're going to go ahead and call it here for tonight. I don't have anything to follow this up with like I did with us finishing... Main thing was we referred to a trans person by her dead pronouns when talking about her before transitioning. Yeah. There was other stuff, too, like... York's very first conversation with her face to face, he dead names her to her face, and she still quote unquote reveals herself in that conversation, which is, like, still kind of a weird decision, but they don't have, like, that moment of, like, gotcha. Thanks for the stream. You're welcome. If you enjoyed the stream, you can subscribe here on Twitch. We have special emotes for subscribers. You can also follow me on Blue Sky and Tumblr at AcidXShark. That's AcidXSHARK, where I post all the streams as they happen. Or you can follow me on YouTube at AcidXShark, where I post all the streams after they happen. Art for the stream was done by Audrey and B of Team Catpull, who you can find on Blue Sky, Tumblr, Twitch, YouTube, VGen, at Team Catpull. That's TEAMCATPLE. They do fantastic work. Highly recommend checking their stuff out. Highly recommend commissioning them. Not yet, because they're not open for commissions yet. I think they've still got... I think we're still like a week out from them taking commissions again. VTuber was done by Teva, who you can find on Blue Sky at Teva Meow. That's TEVAMEOW. They do fantastic work. Highly recommend checking their stuff out as well. Rigging was done by V747, who you can find on Patreon at that. Upcoming streams. I am going to try and stream tomorrow. I can't guarantee anything. It's definitely not going to be in the morning because I have a work shift in the morning. But if I'm able to get it done in the evening, I will. Otherwise, next week, we're starting 3 new games. Late Homework is going to... I don't know specifically what days we're going to be playing them on yet. I need to check the analytics for each game to see what would be best. But Late Homework is probably going to be a one-off. We're going to be doing another stream, a fresh stream of Deadly Premonition. And finally, the road to Genesis reaches its terminus as we start out on Darksiders Genesis. So I hope you'll tune in for all that. We're going to go ahead and raid... Who are we raiding? Snaps Cube. So stick around for that, and I will see you next time on the Shark Stream. Same Shark time, same Shark channel. Take care, everybody.